Well, my first one is called Serena and the Rats, R-A-T-T-S. That is about a young femme fatale story, action thriller. It's based on a young girl who's trained to kill people for hire. And there's some sci-fi twists in there. There's a little bit of time travel aspect to it. It's sort of inspired by Luc Besson and Christopher Nolan films, that sort of thing, some action films in the 90s and so forth. But I actually started off in two-dimensional art, painting, drawing, that sort of thing, and photography. My first year of school for college was for painting. And after I got sort of worn out on that, I realized that I was actually spending a lot more time making short films with friends and doing things with video. So after a minute, after my first year in college, I decided that I really was having more fun making movies. So I kind of transferred out of the painting thing and started getting more heavily involved in filmmaking. I've always been really inspired by Reservoir Dogs from Tarantino. That was kind of one of the movies that made it seem more accessible. Like, it was just sort of simple in a way, but it was also very exciting and visceral. And I think it was a great combination of like low budget, but also visceral, and had a way of hooking your attention and being really thrilling, and just kind of got your pulse up, you know. So that's probably one that I would have been happy to do. I think his name is Quarry. Did Way of the Gun. David Lynch is great. I really like him. Robert Rodriguez was a lot of fun to watch too. Like, his earlier films are great. Ever since I saw Smokin' Aces, I was really kind of interested in Chris Pine's character and his style, the clothing that he wore in that film. Yeah, so why not him? I like his haircut. He had a really wild haircut, and just his whole attitude about everything. So his kind of off the wall style. I don't know if that's a good choice, but we'll go with him. My favorite part of Los Angeles is probably the sheer amount of creative types, the filmmakers, the artists, the entrepreneurs are all over the place, and those are some of my favorite people for sure. So to be able to just be around that kind of creative energy all the time is awesome. I think my least favorite part is that it's almost got this so comfortable sort of living style that it sort of deprives you of like an urgency to get ahead, to get like your career sort of going faster, like pushing yourself harder, because it's actually just really nice there. So if you're living there, you're kind of like, well, I've sort of got a nice life set up for myself. So how do I like inspire myself to keep pushing it further? I think one of my favorites, oddly enough, is Home Alone. I think that's like one of the best crafted films that I've ever seen. It's kind of timeless in a lot of ways, and just about every scene is iconic, and that's a hard thing to pull off. So my name is Kevin James Barry. I'm a writer and a director for independent films. And, if you'd like to check out some of my work, my website is kevindangerously.com, and the website for my first film is serenathemovie.com. So if you guys can, check out akipie.com and support the effort.